Hi cuties, it's Lynsey Le Keux here, and I have got my business brain on today, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about how I have personally survived and even thrived during this COVID situation. So I'm talking to you cuties out there today who are business owners. Maybe you're a maker, maybe you're a creative, or you're self-employed. And I'm hoping that these 6 steps that I've put together are going to be useful for you, and to share a little bit more about how I've remained positive, and even beyond positive, how I have been able to move my business forward and to find opportunities in this crazy situation. So for those of you who don't know me yet, let me tell you a little bit about my business. I own Keux Vintage, which you can see part of behind me here. I have a venue here in Birmingham in the UK. We have a vintage salon, an American diner, milkshake bar. We have a retail shop, and we also have cosmetics and subscription parcels and all kinds of other things going on. I also have 2 franchise branches, one in Cheltenham and one in Essex in Leigh-on-Sea. I also have a team of people who depend on me to get through this. So many people that I work with. Maybe they're freelancers, people that help me push my business forward, helping me with advertising, marketing, admin, all sorts of things. And I also obviously have all of the people who rely on me to run their business, from the franchisees I've already mentioned, to those who run businesses out of this very venue, offering their own services, be it retail shop, beauty, nails, all that kind of thing. So all of these people are relying on me personally to make sure that they can continue paying their mortgage and continue running their business after all of this is finished. All of these people are relying on me and the ability to keep this business afloat. And of course, that's a huge amount of pressure. And I felt it when it first started. When this came to the UK and we found out that we were going to have to close our branches down for a while, I was devastated. Devastated for myself, but mostly for those people who'd put faith in me to take on board my business model, my franchisees, those who put everything on the line to build a business with me, and you know, they had to close their branch down. And I felt complete despair. I cried a lot. And I also felt really angry at the whole situation. I felt like all of this momentum that I had built in my business over the many years of ups and downs, going through IVF, being pulled away from the business, not being in the right mindset to grow the business when I was going through that, right through to, you know, the amazing event of having a baby and then being on maternity leave and again being zapped of energy and all that. Gotten through all of that, and in the last couple of years it's been an amazing experience. The business has been growing. I've brought on amazing people who work with me to build this business with me, and it's been amazing. I'm so grateful for all of that. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it felt like everything that I'd worked for was going to get taken away. And I know you guys understand what I'm talking about, because I know everybody's going through the same thing right now. But I just started to realize that what I was wallowing in wasn't serving me, and it certainly wasn't serving all those other people who needed me to stay strong. So I had to make a decision. I had to decide to basically get my shit together so that everybody, and myself included, could get through this, that we could survive and we could help our businesses together get through this, and to even get stronger and come out of it, emerging out of it ready to take on this new post-COVID world. So I had to sit down and reflect on how the hell I was going to do this. And I just knew that there was no way I could navigate all of us out of this situation unless I built a strategy. I knew I was going to have to work on myself and my mindset even more than ever. And I knew that there was going to be a lot I would need to be creative about and to take action and to really be that voice and that positivity when other people are wobbling, so that I can, you know, pep them up and help them to see the positivity and even the opportunities that we've got coming in the future and right now. And I also owed it to my customers, you know, you amazing cuties who have basically built this business for me because of your loyalty and the joy that you take in what we offer and all of the incredible feedback that we get. You know, I want this business to be standing so that you can come and enjoy it, and all those people who have bookings with us can come back and enjoy it and have those experiences with us. So I took action, I sat down and I planned and I got creative, I reflected, I looked at the entire business model and what we could do, what the opportunities were in the market, and I kind of came up with these 6 steps. I didn't write them all down at the start, but this is really kind of 8 weeks or more on into lockdown that I've really reflected and put together this for you based on what I've learned and what I've gone through, and I hope that this is really useful for you, and that actually the positivity that I'm now feeling and the energy and motivation I'm feeling towards my business, despite everything going on, can show you guys, if you're not experiencing that you really can continue to carry on towards your dreams and towards your goals, and that this doesn't have to be a freeze. This can be a temporary blip, and this can actually be a period of time that we are grateful for the reflection, for the break, for the brain space that it gives us. And for that, I am finding moments of gratitude. So here we are, let's get started. And honestly, all of these steps that I've put in place have really helped me feel like I'm thriving. And I know that might sound crazy because we have so many challenges ahead, but it's true. And I really believe that all of this is about perception and how we perceive what's going on and how we perceive ourselves, our opportunities around us. So number 1, acceptance. And this is something that I've held true for so long. For me, it's such a cliche, but acceptance is peace. And really truly recognizing that at the start I wasn't accepting the situation and that I needed to change that was in itself a total game changer for me. At first, I totally fought it. I refused to accept that this situation was okay and that I had to just get on with it and deal with it. And that conflict in me between the reality and the fight I wanted for it to stop and for us to not be locked down and not close our businesses created a huge amount of anxiety in me because I was fighting what was around me, but I didn't have any control over that. And when you don't have control over something, yet you keep continuing to fight it, it creates so much anxiety and stress in us. And I've learned that through what I've been through in the past. And actually, once we accept the reality, we can then move on and we can accept that current status quo. We can kind of, you know, look at our emotions about it, how we've reacted, and then move on from that and start getting practical and start actually solving problems around that reality and actually look at all the opportunities that are in front of us during this crazy situation, and then put in place actions every single day, whether they're as simple as getting ourselves motivated in the morning or doing something good for ourselves or our family, or taking a moment to enjoy these gifts that we have now that we haven't had before, like so much more time and space and family time, as I've said. So believe me, acceptance is truly peace of mind. And that is certainly something that I would actively work on taking on board. So number 2, get online. And by getting online, I mean do it in a major way. There is no 2 ways about it. We have to get creative and we have to get our businesses online right now. And getting online can mean so many different things. We are obviously a bricks and mortar shop here, so we can't cut someone's hair online. We can't serve them a milkshake online. And all those kind of experiences that people come here for, we can't really do that same thing online. So I had to get creative and truly think about what it is that we could do and what other income streams that are smaller in our business right now, but actually if I paid them attention and put some advertising spend behind them and that sort of thing, what kind of results could we get from that? So I just really tried to see my business model in a new light and all the different income streams we have and really analyze what it was that we should be doing with this time when we can't be doing, normal everyday business as usual. And even the things that we identified to do that aren't income generating are so valuable as well. And the franchisees have done such an amazing job of this, and doing live tutorials and selling, creative bundles of products online and on new platforms to do that. There are so many different things that you can do, and when you really actually kind of mind map what all the opportunities are and kind of think about all the dream things that you've wanted to do in a while, and it's amazing what can come to you if you focus on an actual goal of saying, I'm going to start selling online and I'm going to find a way to do that. And there's so many different ways you can do that. There's so many cheap and easily accessible platforms where you can build a shop nowadays. I mean, Facebook have literally just launched Facebook shops and Instagram shops, and Shopify and Wix and WooCommerce. They're really cheap and easy to get hold of, and only take a couple of days to build a website, if that. Amazing templates. So, you really can move things online and use other platforms like Zoom and things like that to do seminars and share your expertise. And even Facebook Lives in private groups is completely free and a way for you to do that. So get creative, get on social media, start sharing, give away lots of value, and make sure that your brand stays in people's minds during this time. So number 3, get help. And there is so much help out there in the UK. We are very blessed here that there are so many systems in place. There are grants, there's loans, interest-free loans, self-employment support, furloughing our staff. I get that they're not all easy to access. I get that not everyone is eligible for them. I totally understand that. So if those aren't, and actually the only alternative for you is getting one of the loans that are out there now that are interest-free for 12 months or, anything like that, I would highly recommend going for it. And I totally get that you don't want to get into debt with a big loan right now. That is not ideal. It's not what we wanted to do. We don't want to take a loan out to pay our business rent, our rates, whatever it is. But we're in survival mode right now. Yeah, none of this was part of the original plan. So we just have to totally shift our mindset about that. And actually, cash is king right now. If we can keep cash in our bank accounts and we can keep paying our bills, we can stay afloat. So it really is a temporary solution to face your figures, really figure out what you need to survive this, and even to grow your business a little bit. Identify how much that is and find a way of either borrowing or accessing that cash from government sources. And the important thing to focus on, that you had to do this. This was something that you had to go and do in order to survive. So it's no reflection on you if that does build up repayments that you have to make next year and all that sort of thing. You're just doing what you need to survive and giving yourself permission to take those opportunities. And you can use those loan repayments next year to totally focus you on nailing your goals, increasing your turnover, and making so much more money for your business when we're out of this situation, so that you can keep the rest of the profits and actually benefit from it. So go out there and get the help that you can. Number 4, pump that cash back into the economy. Yeah. So once you get that cash from whatever source, if you can, then get it out there, spend it. And I know this might sound a bit crazy and that you think maybe you should sit on it. And I understand that we totally need to do all of the sensible things that we do in business, like plan out our cash flow, how much we're going to need to sustain the level of reduced income that we have for X many months going forward, depending on what industry you're in and when you can reopen and what other income stream opportunities you have. All of that is totally relevant. But out of that cash that you can get your hands on, make sure that you continue to spend it on growing your business and getting, for example, that back office software system that you always needed but never quite allocated the cash for. And those freelancers that help you, or members of staff that help you build your business, be it people who help you to advertise your services, whether it's spending more money on the platforms that you sell on, like Etsy ads or Instagram ads or Facebook ads or whatever it is. Because when you pump that money back into the economy, you are helping everyone else to continue to survive and thrive too. You're helping them pay their bills, and you're helping businesses who employ other people to continue to employ those people. And if they keep their jobs and they keep on spending, then our economy recovers more quickly. We all know that the economy is going to be in somewhat of a state when we emerge out of that. That is a reality, but we can, as consumers and as spenders and as business owners and creatives, do our bit as part of that to continue to pump the money around the economy. And I have tried my hardest to make sure that I can still retain those people who do amazing things like edit these very videos that you watch. Because it's so important to me that to keep that team together, and I know that stopping doing that would be so damaging to my business in the long term. It would stop all of that hard work and momentum. So finding the money to continue to keep the business growing and moving forward is so important. And really just try not to let this situation freeze your business as much as you can. And I know that might be tough, and everybody's financial situation is different. But really, if we can also negotiate with all of those around us to reduce our costs, and you know, people are being amazing right now. Landlords, utilities, you know, they really do understand that they have to help small businesses and reduce their rates right now. So, you know, negotiate with everyone to reduce your costs so that any cash you have, you can continue to use not only on paying those bills, but on growing your business. Number 5, continue to advertise and sell. Yep, this is so important. And don't stop telling people about your businesses, and don't stop selling to them. And I know this might seem a bit controversial to say, and I've heard so many people make assumptions about the vast majority of the population not having money right now. And of course, I completely understand that it is different for everyone. And for many people, they are struggling horrendously financially, possibly because they are not eligible for any support out there, and they cannot find other opportunities to earn. And there is so much further tragedy and loss that people are experiencing right now. And of course, we have to be hugely respectful of that. What I'm talking about is finding those parts of the population that are perhaps furloughed at home. They have well-paying jobs that they often spend a great deal of money commuting to. They spend a great deal on childcare so that they can continue with their jobs, and they go out for dinner and they go out for drinks quite a lot. Maybe they spend money high street shopping. All of those individuals at home, possibly on 80% or 100% of their salary. And the cost that they are saving is way more than that reduction. So they have disposable income, they have money spare. And you know what? They want to be entertained, they want pockets of joy, and they need their life problem solving just the same as before. So you know what? It is totally okay if what you offer gives people joy, if you solve problems for people in the services or the products that you offer, or you genuinely bring a smile to someone's face because you make something beautiful that they enjoy looking at. It's okay to give yourself permission to continue to sell that to those people who are interested and who are able to afford it right now. So I urge you to continue to spend money on advertising and marketing and things you were doing previously to continue to grow your business and to sell your products, your services, and yourself. Continue to do it in an appropriate and respectful manner, but don't be fearful that you can't sell during this time, because that really will help your business grow. And I can personally say that some parts of our business have grown significantly because I have focused on them when I didn't have the time before, and they are totally appropriate for this time right now. So it can happen. So lastly, use this time wisely. We all want to come out of this hoping and looking back and being proud of how we use this time. And for me, it's about making sure that my business emerges stronger. So I really am spending this time reflecting on how I work, how I manage the team, what value I give to all of them. But I'm also reflecting on physically, like our systems that we use and all the processes and operating systems that we have in the business, and are they efficient? And boy, you know, when you've been going for 10 years, you don't have bolt on things onto your business and your CRM and your e-commerce system, and everything's kind of actually not the most efficient as it should be. And when would I ever normally have 3 months to go and cleanse all my customer relationship management system and look at the way that we're doing this in a really, really in-depth way, and actually rewrite some things and just, oh my God, just spend so much time doing all those things that I never, ever usually get done. And seeing that as a gift of time and enjoying thinking about how much more efficient and profitable my business could be if I get all of these things right now. And also working on my mindset so that I remain positive. And for me, on a really personal level, I want to make sure that those people that rely on me and need me in their businesses look back on this and see me as a positive influence, that I was able to pep them up and to make them feel better and to see the opportunity and to generate some income during this time. You know, I really hope that I can be that person for them, and that will make me feel proud of myself, and that pride then feeds my levels of motivation and how much I put into my business, which will then grow and create more opportunities for others. So positivity breeds so many amazing things, and focusing on that is so, so important. So there you go, guys. They were my 6 main steps of everything I've been doing. And I've just got one extra bit that I want to add on the end here. And this isn't something to do with the current pandemic, because I always did it anyway. But I urge you not to spend day in, day out watching the news, reading the newspapers, and scrolling social media feeds and taking in what everyone else has got to say about this situation. I think it's so important that we stay abreast of the actual real facts and data of the situation. You know, as a business owner, I need to make sure that I know all the guidelines and all the ways in which to keep my staff and my customers safe when we reopen, and, you know, having access to all of the help and support. So, you know, I am seeking out information and data and timeframes from actual sources of fact. So going to the websites where, you know, these announcements are being made and this help is being offered. But I'm not watching the news, I'm not listening to the radio, and I'm not scrolling social media. And I don't do this usually anyway, because I just sincerely believe that when we let in all of that information, it is overwhelming, and we take on board everyone else's energy, and be that most of the time negative, speculative, over dramatized, or whatever it is, even if it's just trying to avoid all the sadness right now, and being respectful and understanding that everyone is going through that, but just really trying to protect ourselves so that we can be better at what we do and do everything I've talked about, like continue to contribute to the economy, to create jobs, and to deliver a little slice of joy or practicality or whatever you offer into people's homes right now. And if you can do that still by avoiding getting overwhelmed by negativity out there, then please do it. It is such a great technique in your life in general. All of my energy is placed in positive action because I only seek out that, and anything that I need to know in order to keep my business going or to inform other people, I will find proactively, but I won't let information bombard me out of my choice and out of my control. So thank you so much for watching today, guys. I really hope this has been helpful, and I hope there's even a snippet out of this that is useful for you going forward for these hopefully last few weeks we all have in lockdown. So until the next video, please stay safe, guys, and stay positive. And if you can subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome, so you can hear more from me and from the rest of my team, everything from business to lifestyle to fun to fashion and to hair and vintage makeup, everything like that. And if there's anything I've talked about today that you've got any questions about or that you'd like to reach out to me about, please do put a comment below or reach out to us on social media, and I would love to talk to you. So take care, keep your businesses strong, and until next time, cuties, have an amazing week.